Shalom. I'm still trying to figure this out. I mean, I got it down packed, but I want to get it where I pull it up real quick. Anyway, this is a. Let me bring this up. Bear me for a minute. Okay. Okay. This is Vocab Malone. This is the video that was just put up. It was put up today. No date on it. Anyway, Hebrew Israelites shocked when we show up. And Jesus is the word is with them as well. But anyway, this is 2 minutes in, and this group right here is they broke off from IUIC Battle Axe. Let me see here. Okay, don't put the group is called Battle Axes, whatever. Anyway, this is at the 2 minute mark of a 13-minute, 37-second video, and I hope you hear this good, because somehow the video part is low. Let me just put this up all the way up. So I'm gonna let you listen. Yo, why did he bless the daughter? This is let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, okay, so this is Christ. This is your king. Why did he birth the daughter? Out of the tribe of Judah. Why did he birth the daughter? This is the woman was a Greek, a Syrophoenician by nation. But I want to hear what they have to say. And this guy, Jesus is the word, said, why did he bless the daughter? He blessed the daughter because the daughter was Israelite and the woman was Israelite. Right? That's why they got blessed. Because I believe this camp, Battle Axes, is teaching that the woman was a woman of another nation. Let's listen on. Christ came for everybody. Christ said he's not sick until the lost for her. Why does the Gentile have faith? We have been taught a bunch of lies. Why does the Gentile have faith? People, that is weak ass people. Okay? You know what? Mark 4:14. I go there. First and foremost, show me one scripture where Christ put the family back together. Yes, because guess what? We know they know the Bible. So guess what? When the spring of the first king, guess what? You know where I'm going. Show me one scripture where Christ put the family back together. We don't know. We the two up. We know what? Ephesians 2, what is that? Exact verse, the 11th verse. I'm not going to go to it, but Ephesians 2, talking about all the tribes coming back together, because you had some of all the tribes. You had some of the northern kingdom tribes that was amongst Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and the fact that the northern kingdom went to the other side of the world, that they're all going to be brought back together, and they're going to be uh, brought back together on this side in this time. Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, is a very important chapter. Now, the scriptures say this. The Lord said, if I be lifted up, I shall draw all men to myself. So they're being drawn to us because we're lifting up Yahweh Shai. We're not coming to them. They're trying to, destroy what we're teaching because there's certain people behind the scenes that set them up to do this. And they're losing. They're losing. So then you are no longer strangers and aliens. Right, it's talking about the Israelites, but are fellow citizens with the saints and members of the household of the Most High. You know what? Now I'm going to have to open up, where we at? Okay, I got to open up a new. Let me go to Blue Letter. Blue Letter Bible. Okay, Ephesians 2. Ephesians 2. Ephesians 2. Eleven verse is a key verse. Okay, Ephesians 2 and 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, he's talking to Israelites in Ephesus, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision. The circumcision, let me click on circumcision. Circumcision. Let's deal with the circumcision. It says circumcise, the act of or rite of circumcision, day of the circumcision, is a term used of the Jews, of Christians gathered from among the Jews, the state of circumcision, metaphorically of Christians separated from the unclean multitude and truly consecrated to the Most High, the extinction of passions and removal of spiritual impurity. See that word? Christians are Israelites. The circumcision are Israelites that were born, parents were both Israelites. The son was circumcised on the 8th day. When he grew up, they kept the Passover and high holy days and the Sabbath. That's the circumcision. Compared to the uncircumcision, Israelites that don't necessarily know that they were Israelites, like all of us. At one point, we didn't know that we were Israelites for the most part. So now let's come back. Okay, let me go to the 12th verse. That at that time you were without the Messiah. And when the Messiah came on the scene, where was Israel as a whole? They were scattered throughout the nearby countries surrounding them, and they were on the other side of the world, pursuant to 2 Kings 17 and 2 Ezra chapter 13, verse 40. So these people over here on the other side of the world were Israelites from the northern kingdom. It says that at that time you were without the Messiah, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers. He's talking to Israelites from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without the most high in the world. Now you notice it said covenants. Both covenants went to Israel. Both covenants went to Israel. So the fulfillment of Ephesians 2, verse 12. Let me just put up the word covenant. Covenants. Oh, good, good. I wanted Hebrews didn't come up, but it says covenants with an S, a plural, two covenants, old covenant, new covenant. Romans 9, verse 4, who are Israelites to whom pertaineth the adoption and glory and the covenants, and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. It says, who are Israelites to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants. So let's come back. Oh no, it's right here anyway. So we know that these covenants only pertain to Israel as a whole. There was a separation. If you go back into the history, there was a split among the two, the Israelites. You had the northern kingdom, which was led by Ephraim. Jeroboam was a key individual. You know, he set himself up as king or leader over the northern kingdom, and then you had Rehoboam, which was the son of Solomon. So the split came during that time period. You know, from the time of Rehoboam, and then the kings on down, you had those. You remember, you had the split, and then you had the Assyrians take, and the Assyrians were trying to take down Judah. You couldn't take down the kingdom of Judah, but they wound up taking down the northern kingdom. It says here, Galatians 4, verse 24, of which things are an allegory, for these are the two covenants, the one from the Mount Sinai, which was given to Moses, which gendereth to bondage, which is Hagar. Hagar was the mother of Ishmael. Let me come back. I don't want that. Okay, so Ephesians 2 and 12, that at that time you were without the Messiah, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants. How they were strangers from the covenants, because when the Lord came on the scene, a lot of those tribes are scattered. They were outside of what you call Israel today. It says covenants of promise, having no hope and without the Most High in the world. But now in Hamashiach Yahushua, ye who sometimes were far off, literally far off, are made nigh by the blood of Yahushua. Because Yahushua came for the whole nation, near or far. Romans 9 and 4. Who are Israelites? I'm sorry, third verse. For I could wish that myself were accursed from the Messiah, for my brother, my kinsman, according to the flesh, my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, according to what? The flesh, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory, which is the kingdom. The adoption meaning to bring you back to the Father. The middleman was Yahweh Shai, the mediator. And the covenants, there goes the word covenants again. So there were two covenants. Let's go to the word covenant. Well, we just read that. Let's come back. It says, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises. Whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, the Messiah came, who is over all, the Most High, blessed forever. Amen. So let's look up the word flesh. It's according to the bloodline.
Strong's G 4561. Sarx.
Flesh, the soft substance of the living body, which covers the bones and is permeated, with blood, the body. And both, that's why when you have a Chinese man lay down with a Chinese woman, the child is going to come out looking like the mother and the father. If you have a so-called black man with a white woman, the child's going to look somewhat like the father and have features of the mother and not be as dark as the father, which is the so-called black man. But both men and beasts, right? Beasts lay down, two sheep, two horses lay down, male horse, female horse lay down. They have horses. They don't have birds. The body of a man used of a natural or physical origin. Origin, the word origin means East gene, where you get the gene from, which is the seed. Generation means you have sex with a woman, your wife, you have a son, that's called generation. Or relationship born of a natural generation, the sensuous nature of man, the animal nature, without any suggestion of depravity, the animal nature with, I don't know if you read that book, Animal Dreams. I had to say that, inside joke. Craving, which incites in sin, the physical nature of man as subject to suffering, a living creature because possessed of a body of flesh, bones, sinew, blood, whether man or beast. The flesh denotes mere human nature, the earthly nature of man, apart from divine influence. You got 1 Corinthians 15, around about the 38th verse. I'm not going to go to it. You have the nature of beasts and men and animals and birds, birds and fishes. And you have bodies terrestrial and bodies celestial. Esau is a celestial man on the earth. Israel is a celestial person on the earth, or man on the earth. When Israel, the Israelite man, had sex with any other woman, they produce seed. The seed is Israel. So that's what the Apostle Paul is talking about. Okay, 5th verse. Whose are the fathers? And in other words, a direct line of Israel. Romans, the 9th chapter, the blessings are for the Israelites. You're going to have Israelites looking like Edomites. It said, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, the Messiah came, who is over all, the Most High, blessed ever. Amen. I'm jumping down to the 7th verse. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That is, they which are of the children of the flesh, Ishmael, the 6 sons of Keturah. These are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. A, B, C, D. Promise accounted for the seed. For this is the word of promise. After this time I will come, and Sarah shall have a son, not Hagar. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High, according to the election, might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. You're not, if you're an Edomite, that's it. You're going into captivity. You're going into captivity. Point blank, period. If you're of another nation, you're going into captivity too, but you're not going to catch hell like Esau. So let's come back. So they put up this precept and don't understand what the precept is talking about.
Who the book is written to, and who the book in the book of Ephesians, chapter 1, verse 1. Paul, an apostle of Jesus Christ, by the will of God. Who that saints? Who are the saints? We read it. Who are the saints? We gonna deal with. Who are the saints? Who are the saints? Okay.
Who are the saints? Let's answer it. Let's answer it. Let's answer who the saints are. What is that? Psalms. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me put in saints. Saints. Okay, it says saints right here, sir. Deuteronomy 33 verse 2. Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000 of saints, meaning the angels. The word saints, I bet you the Hebrew word is, matter of fact, I know. The Hebrew word is Quadash, which means holy. Apartness, holiness, sacredness, separateness of God, of places, of things. So in this case, it's not talking about the Israelites, it's talking about the angels. Hold up, where did I go? Let me come back. Wow, you got 96, almost 100 times the word saint comes up in the scriptures. Psalms 30 verse 4, sing unto the Lord, O ye saints of his, to give thanks. You Edomites can't sing, so you ain't the saints. All right, let's go. Boy, saints is in there a lot. It's talking about Israelites. Um, Psalm 148, verse 14. He exalteth the horn of his people. Who are the Lord's people? The Israelites. The praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him, praise ye Yahweh. So, what the hell are you guys talking about?
We hear you talking, but who are the saints? Who are the elect? That's right. You can sit down, but y'all never deal with, y'all never, hold on, y'all never deal with, hold on. I don't need no discuss. I promise you, we got this. I promise you. That's right. You never, yeah, what we're saying, you know, guess what? Yeah. Well, word to man, you do a lot of rock. You got to memorize. You got to memorize that. Okay. Now I would say you're going to preach on the first. Hey, come to your minion. So everyone, Jesus is the word. You know what? Preach on the first. Contact the free man. You should never know to read the book about your head. But you get the help, you don't need the help for a reason. But notice, in Israel, my event, and who's going to live in Israel? My event.
Hey, these brothers, battle axes, they chopping these vocab devils up, man. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.